What's going on, everyone? It's Rowan here, back with another video. So today we're going to be looking at some recent pickups and some really cool tech that's been floating around my office as well as the studio. There's a pretty good mix here, from the Fitbit Air for health tracking to the Legion Go for on-the-go gaming, and even something for creators like the all-new DJI Mic Mini 2. So let's jump into it. First up is some audio tech, and these are the Liberty 5 Pros from Soundcore. Now, I have a huge appreciation for Soundcore because they're always trying to do something a little bit different. And with the Liberty 5 Pro, the standout feature here is the case. Now, we've seen all sorts of brands like CMF experiment with their earbud cases, but this is probably the first time I've seen a screen built right in. So with the built-in display, you can change things like the noise cancellation or EQ tuning, or even the Dolby Atmos settings. It makes it really easy to make quick changes without having to dive into another app, especially if you're moving between devices. But beyond the case, the earbuds themselves are pretty solid too. They have this rounded shape, kind of like a bean that hugs the shape of your ear. They're definitely a little bit on the thicker side, but the wider surface area makes it easier to use the touch controls for volume and playback. Now, as for sound quality, there's a lot to like here. The mids are definitely strong, and there's a decent amount of bass, though I wish the highs had a little bit more energy, but that's easily customizable through the EQ settings. Now, these also do come with active noise cancellation. You've got a few different modes to choose from, including an adaptive mode and a transparency mode. And it's nice to have that flexibility to switch between modes depending on where I am. Like when I was out on a walk, it did a pretty good job of blocking out the traffic and other noises around me. But when I stopped to chat with a neighbor, I was able to switch over to the transparency mode. As for mics, the Liberty 5 Pro uses an array of 8 microphones plus 2 bone conductive sensors that help to isolate your voice from the noise around you. So here's a quick sound test of the Liberty 5 Pro. It's pretty quiet in this room. I've got a hard drive running over there and a fan over there. But as you can hear, it keeps my voice nice and isolated. And this is pretty much what it sounds like outdoors. I mean, I've got a bit of traffic behind me and there's a little bit of wind, but it does a pretty good job of keeping my voice isolated and the noise to a minimum. Battery life is solid. You get 6.5 hours on a single charge, and then with the case, up to 28 hours. Plus, there's fast charging, so a quick 5-minute charge will give you 4 hours of listening time. And there's also wireless charging, which is always super convenient. Now, if you want, alongside the Liberty 5 Pro, Soundcore also released the Liberty 5 Pro Max, which comes with a bigger display and some more AI features, but they're also $100 more, so I think that the Liberty 5 Pro are probably the better pick for most people. Next up, we have the Fitbit Air, and as someone who doesn't really wear wearables on my wrist, because most of the time I'm wearing a more traditional watch, this has actually surprised me. So instead of being bombarded with apps, notifications, and another display on my wrist, this puts more of that focus into fitness, sleep, and recovery. And I've already started to see people calling this the Whoop killer, and a big part of that has to do with the price. It comes in right around 120 bucks with no subscription required for the core features most people will probably use. In terms of the band that I picked, I went with the Performance Loop band in lavender. It's this really soft, stretchy material, and even though the color is called lavender, it looks more blue in person. It weighs just 12 grams, and honestly, sometimes I forget that I'm even wearing it. But despite it being so lightweight, it actually packs quite a few sensors. You've got things like optical heart rate sensing, blood oxygen sensing, and temperature sensing, and all of that syncs directly to the Google Health app on my phone. At the top, I have a summary of the day, including step counts and calories burned, then a history of all of my workouts, and finally a log of how I've been sleeping. Now, battery life is also great on this, with 7 days on a single charge, and a quick 5-minute charge will give you up to a full day's worth of use. Overall, I think this is a really cool direction from Google, especially for the people that want the health tracking of a smartwatch, but don't want a screen strapped to them all day. Next up is some gaming tech, and it's the Legion Go 2 from Lenovo. It's actually been on my wish list for a while now, and I was finally able to find a unit in stock. And so far, it's been such an amazing device. So you're getting an 8.8-inch 144Hz OLED display, so games look really vibrant and are super smooth. Plus, because it gets super bright up to 1100 nits, you can even use it outside without it looking washed out. Performance-wise, this is running the Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip. It's been really great for playing older titles, but handles AAA games pretty well. It definitely gets warm under load, but the cooling system does a good job of keeping things under control. And then it's also paired with a 74 watt-hour battery, so I easily get a couple of hours of heavy gameplay. Though probably my favorite feature of the Legion Go 2 are these detachable controllers. Like for me, sometimes I like playing at my desk, so it's more comfortable for me to kick out the stand and then play with the controllers in my hand without the weight of the entire unit. And the controllers themselves feel really good. They've got a good shape to them with a nice amount of grip. You've got a ton of different buttons and triggers, including a touchpad as well as reprogrammable buttons. They even upgraded the joysticks to Hall effect, which means they're going to be more accurate and less prone to drift. So depending on what you're playing, you've got plenty of options compared to other handhelds. For me, I've mostly been playing Borderlands 4 and Forza Horizon 6, and I have to say I've really been enjoying the racing, collecting cars, and simply just exploring Japan. Games simply look and play amazing on this thing, and it's been kind of nice to have that full gaming setup that I can simply throw in my backpack and take with me anywhere. Alright, next up we have a bit of home tech, and this is the LIFX Luna. Now, I have a bunch of smart lighting at my house, in my office, and at the studio, but this has quickly become one of my favorite newer additions. So it's designed to be used as mood lighting, where you'll turn it towards a wall or a corner, and then it helps to add to the vibe of a space. It gets up to 1000 lumens bright and can produce all sorts of colors and gradients. And then inside the LIFX app, you can customize a ton of different effects. So you can have it cycle through different gradients, have it react to music, or set something a little bit more subtle in the background while you're working or gaming. For me, I have mine sitting on my Husky unit in my office and sort of cycles through various gradients throughout the day. And because it's Matter compatible, it supports Apple HomeKit, Google Home, and Amazon Alexa, so it'll fit seamlessly with any smart home setup. Again, it's a nice way of adding some ambient lighting to a space without it feeling overly distracting. Now, when it comes to being a creator, probably one of the most important things is having really crisp audio. And so this is the new Mic Mini 2. We actually use these on our shorts and our reels because they're lightweight, super portable, and have a really great sound. So with this update, you get better noise cancellation, and with that, 3 voice isolation modes, so you get better audio quality right out of the box. The clip on the back has been fully redesigned and is now fully rotatable, so it's easier to mount the mic while keeping it right side up. Charging is also now faster, with a full charge in just 70 minutes. And then it comes with these plate covers in all sorts of colors, so you can swap them around to personalize them. And all of this fits inside the included charging case, which makes it super convenient to store and charge your mics. Now, for those of you shooting on a phone, they do have a mobile receiver, which is a lot more compact and perfect for on-the-go shooting. And like other DJI mics, these can directly connect to other DJI gear, so it feels pretty seamless if you're already in the ecosystem. Overall, a really good option for portable audio. The other piece of gear I have is this lens from Viltrox. And on the surface, this doesn't really look like much, but makes a lot of sense, especially for creators. So this is their 9mm f2.8 lens. And because it's 9mm, you get that super ultra wide, almost fisheye look. And so you can see a comparison between that and something like a 24mm, which kind of makes this perfect for things like vlogging or travel shots, or anytime you want to show more of your environment. But then on top of that, it's also f2.8, so you get that good background separation and then a nice bokeh behind your subject. It can also focus surprisingly close, which makes it really versatile for filming products or even just holding something in front of the camera. But honestly, one of my favorite things about this lens is how compact and lightweight it is. It weighs just 170 grams, so I can throw this on something like my ZVE10 and have a really lightweight vlogging setup that I can take with me everywhere. And overall, I think this makes for a really solid and versatile lens that I think every creator should have in their kit. So that's kind of it for all of the cool tech I've been checking out over the past few months. Whether you're looking for portable audio, gaming on the go, a new way to track your health, or just something for your home setup, I think there's a lot of interesting tech out right now. Let me know which of these you'd pick up, or if there's any piece of cool tech that I should check out. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.